Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Let me get my shawl. We get dark watchers on the Wasatch. We call them shadow watchers. Get your shawl on. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Spring training. Watching Dana's show. I can walk and chew gum, so this is big news. So, Bechtel himself, Stephen Bechtel himself, is dead. That guy. He's dead. 95. Whoa, look at this. Ho, ho, ho. Look at this. Ho, ho, ho. God, turn it around. Look at this guy. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. So, I'm watching Nana's show, but this is the same guy that was on the hill, right here. The Hanford workers. The billionaire. Well, you were paid to put triple liners around the tanks at Hanford, Mr. Bechtel. Why didn't you? We just didn't. Well, Price Anderson. You know, the Immunity Act. We don't have to. What do you mean? Don't you, Congressman? It's your law. Immunity Act. We don't have to. What did you do with the money you were paid for? We hired and invented PR firms. PR firms for what? To promote nuclearism. To go after anti-nuclear activists. He's dead. He's in hell, I'm sure. You know, I met him twice. You're talking a cultural giant. Oh, yeah. That's who built San Onofre. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. My neighbor died. Just a few of us kids grew up out here. Lori, she had cancer 2 nights ago. She's the first one of our little group. 13 of us. Only 2 boys. In our ward. We just call them wards. Good morning, boy. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. God, we better hit one into the sun. So, more big news on San Onofre, and then we'll play ball. So San Onofre, I'm officially on the committee. I think they'll let anybody on the committee. Don't get paid, but so San Onofre has formed a coalition through grassroots environmentalists, they say, which you know how that'll go. I'll be the only one doing all the dirty work, to come up with options to get rid of the waste. Now, you know, it's Kevin Blanch and Gene Stone and Ace Hoffman and Donna Gilmore and Donnie Young and Gary Hedrick and Kathy Iwani. That's who shut down San Onofre. Oh, it's in the cans. So they're forming a coalition to come up with a solution to get it off there. Well, you're way behind the curve on that. I've been working on that for years, already happening. So the bill's working through Congress as we speak. That's the new district. How nice is the invented scumbag Daryl Isis? He's your inland fucking. He ran in a different district. 49 got beat. 11. I've been working with him. By the way, you need to get rid of Gregory Jacko off your committee. One day we'll sit down and I'll show you what he said inside the situation. Yeah, the Fukushima cover-up. He's a fool. So, he's dead. Big story. So, Wells. Oh my God, first time in history. There's a humpback in San Francisco Bay. Oh, it's a month early. Oh, how wonderful. We have a gray whale swimming up the Columbia. Never seen it before. Starving. We have a walrus who got on an iceberg and made it to the coast of Ireland. Happy St. Paddy's Day. It's so wonderful. Starving to death mammals. So, you know, the dark watchers on the Wasatch. This is important for you San Onofres and why Kevin Blanch is going to be the key on this, like I'm always the key on 7 Alpha. That's the first one out of the box. That's the first one, very first one. It belongs in a museum. Maybe they could stuff me in. Isa, the last freaking grassrooter, stuff me and put me in the Unnatural History Museum next to the last fucking Klamath, the last Chumash, the last Kumeyaw, the last Ute, the last Navajo, the last Shoshone, the last Goshu. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. So, it's happening. Shadows on the Wasatch. What does Wasatch mean? I did an interview in France today. Est-ce que vous parlez français? Oui. Really great one. That's my third one I've done. I met them in front of the White House. You know, I was on CBS. I was on ABC National News. I was live on RT for the first time. Fukushima. Talk nothing about Fukushima. They were all ears. Oh, they get it. The UN report that says it killed nobody. If you believe that, I got a bridge here in West Weber I'd like to fucking sell you over the Great Salt Lake. Right there. These fucking corporate welfare queens fucking burned off the marsh, fucking drained the marsh, fucking Great Salt Lake goes fucking dry. Epic 1,200-year drought. 10-year drought. Post-Fukushima, tide pools are all dead at your feet. Everybody's in fucking epic denial. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. So, Bechtel is dead. You talk about a giant cultural icon. Put me in, coach. Let's flip the can. I'm ready to play. That's real. I gotta show you this. An activist from Japan sent me this a long time ago. It's fucking old. And I mean, I love the number. That's the number I wore when I wore 00 or 13 when I played sports. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. God, look at that sky. We should point the camera that way. What about the shadows on the Wasatch? Wasatch means hide. It's French. Huh. Put me in, coach. Sins in my eyes, coach. Ready to play. Yeah, it's March 44. Gotta go with that left. Whoa! God, that sky is something. We gotta turn this thing around. Put me in, coach. I can walk and shoot down. I'm ready to play. One step in a hole. COVID broke out, I was headed to Brooklyn. I had an activist bought me a ticket to see Fogarty on the bay. Put me in, coach. So he's dead. Big story. Where's your bat? Good old axe. It's been a long time. I've been playing with the kids. Mostly pitching. I pulled a quad. Those kids are getting too good for me to try to keep up with. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Oh, that's too easy. First pitch of the season. Out of here! Leadoff home run. Like Ricky Henderson, the greatest player. He played here in Ogden. I used to see him play. Best leadoff hitter in history. Probably one of the top 10 greatest players in history. Whoa, fuck. Are you kidding? That bat, let's see, 1,466 is. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. So the San Onofre waste on my X's. Oh, it's headed to Texas. Hurry up, Kev. You got to get back to watching Danish show. Put me in, coach. Oh, God, what do we got to hit here? It's been a long, not so cold winter. Oh, you gotta go this way. Sending off your waste cans. Up the hill. What else we got we can hit? Oh, kids are out here shooting clay pigeons. I don't want to tell you that story. I'm a dumbass. I was right up the freaking, off the San Onofre chute. What else we got to hit? Corporate welfare, mega dairy, feed it to the fucking kids, poison them, 4 cans a day. Got a Bella. Oh, by the way, every person that cashes a stimulus check is officially a socialist. I want to see one of you so-called capitalist right-wingers cash your check, burn your check online. I ain't fucking getting a check. I'd burn it online if I did. So you socialist. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Don't you dare hit that one. That one's too good. God, that one's had it, eh? How about my grandkids flipping that freaking can? What athletes those boys are. Put me in, coach. So I've named that generation. Talking about I can name them the FU generation. Oh, they're mad. Fukushima. They're born days after Fukushima. They'll be 10. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. All those great players we lost to COVID this year. The one, probably one of the most underestimated baseball players in baseball. One of the top probably 10 players in the history of baseball. Joe Morgan. Oh yeah. Put me in, coach. So, Big Sur when I'm walking. The Dark Watchers. We have them here too. Put me in, coach. Oh no. Ready to play. Put me in, coach. Look at me. I could be center field. Get your shawl on. I love these. So this time of year, until just a few years ago, this corporate welfare drained out the marsh. The skies were just black. My whole life, literally, hundreds of thousands of migratory birds, hundreds of thousands, tundra swans, Canadian geese, every kind of duck, blue herons. Take your breath away right now. Just the sky would be black right here. They shoot the sandhill cranes. Literally, they shoot them. These corporate welfare cranes. What are we going to bat with? Get your freaking uniform on. Where's your glasses? You only get one shot at this. You know, Fukushima. UN says it killed nobody. Okay. Oh, the shadows on the mighty Wasatch now. Woo. Woo. Dark Watchers. Oh, yeah, boy. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Look at me. I love the skies this time of year. Not one single fucking bird. Not one. Just 10 years ago, where these corporate welfare drained off the marsh, the Great Salt Lake's gone dry. That's where the Delta, the mighty Weber, Ogden and the Weber join up here. This is called the Big Bend in the river. That's where I live. That's Fremont Island. Kit Carson's Crossing is right there on it. You can walk to it now. Lake's that empty. Dark Watchers. Look at me. Oh, the shadows on the Wasatch now. It's a hit. Stephen Bechtel is dead. What a cultural fucking cultural. It's way more than cultural. We're talking one of the fucking giants of the effects on the world. Fuck. Very few people affected the fucking earth more than him. Even more than William Teller. He built up the nuclear industry, built the reactors at Fukushima, built the reactors, Utah Construction, and he. That's San Onofre. He changed this fucking world, fucking probably for the better? No, for the worse. The nuclear industry, he is it. You're talking the king. By the way, the other CN, do you know about the Nuclear Energy Consortium, the NEC, which is the CIA? David Blinn, the racehorse guy in Kentucky, his dad, the inventor of the CIA, the king of the fucking consortium that went after Kevin Blanche, the whole, do you know he died at 61 last month of some supposedly cold medicine? I wonder if Putin poisoned him with. Putin. Very interesting how this is playing out. The Dark Watchers on the mighty Wasatch. You're talking one of the giants, and I mean the giants in world history. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Stephen Bechtel. You're talking one of the giants in world history. Poison the fucking planet for profit? Nobody poisoned the planet more for profit than him. Nobody in the history of mankind. Nobody. He makes Teller look like a church mouse. He lived to be 95. It's a big deal. Oh, look at that sky. Not a single fucking bird. Not a single. This time of year when I was, fuck, my whole life, I just loved to come out here. I'd be right down there. There used to be this beautiful old Vic house. These creeps tore down. Fucking muskrats by the thousands. Beaver. Not very long ago. The sky would literally be, you couldn't even hear out here because of the geese right now. Not a fucking bird. Not a songbird. I mean, John Weaver wrote in his journal when he came through here that he had never seen more fucking songbirds anywhere that he'd been. 10 years ago. I used to sit out here in the evenings and I would count how many different birds. I learned that from the Roosevelts. No, I was doing that before I ever read that about the Roosevelts, but I love to do it. Me and my grandson, we used to do it just a few years ago, not many. You could sit here in the evening and just watch all these and identify how many different birds you could identify. Like I remember I'd be in the hundreds not that long ago. You'll see a few starlings come across here. They're not native here. What have we done to Mother Earth? Huh. Be sad. Let's look at the can one last fucking time. Remember the first time I saw a Dark Watcher? They're real, by the way. You ever seen one in Big Sur? Whoa. It'll fucking freak you out. And they're real. They look just like a big bull. Man, coach, I'm ready to pray. Let's see if we can do this one. Now you're talking, Blanche. Now you're talking. Oh yeah. Oh. Where's your bat? Where's your bat? Where's your bat go? Oh, there it is. Now we'll see how good you are. No way you're going to be able to pull this one. No way. Foul ball. I'm still in the game. Up the middle. No throwing the bat. Ooh, that one got all over you. So the torch relay. So I'll do another one on the Olympics. So when I was a kid, I ran the half mile for Walquist Junior High. Ed Eyestone run for T.H. Bell. My grandkids run for T.H. Bell too. My granddaughter, she's what an athlete. Me and him used to go at it. He won the National Collegiate in 1984 cross country. Kid from here won it. He won that summer from Leader State, who I know. She ran 7th in the girls, but so he'll be qualifying for the Olympics. I've talked to Ed about this, Japan. So Mitt Romney right there, that's the Olympic downhill. I just had you. Let's get it back on the shadows. He says boycott the 2022 Winter Games. Now remember, he ran that. That's the Olympic downhill right there. That's it. That's the majestic mountain right there. Mighty Ben Lomond. The Mighty Mount Ogden. So he says boycott it. Okay. Gonna boycott the 2022 games, but what about the Fukushima games? So look at the dark watchers. The Wasatch Watchers. Ooh. They call it Wasatch because the fur rapers, when they were in here, that's be 200 years. Jim Bridger, Jedediah Smith, all the mass murderers, Kit Carson, James Fremont. They were killers. They were mass murderers hired by the government to kill natives. A lot of them broke ranks. There was so much fur in here. And they called it Wasatch because they'd hide. Cache on the other side. So Romney, that was him right there. He announced his candidacy right there on this corporate welfare, fucking corrupt punks fucking dairy. Oh my God, what a sky. Keep it going. Don't get more beautiful. I love this kind of stuff. Tourmaline, San Diego. Some of those freaky skies I get. Set the can some more. Put me in coach. I'm ready to get your shawl on. Look at me. I can be. Oh. Oh, God, I told you I hurt my leg. Those kids. God, I was trying to keep up with them. Not a bird. Not a fucking bird. It's one of the great resting spots for migratory birds on Earth right there. Fuck, it's March. Not a bird. Not a bird. Incredible. Look at me. I was counting here a while back while I had cancer. Flipped the can over 1,000 times. Never missed it once. Not a fucking bird. One of the greatest fucking resting spots for migratory birds in the world. Look at me. I can be. One of the most, well, could be the most powerful man in the history of this fucking world. He's right up there. Poisoned this planet like no other. Build up the nuclear industry, the industrial complex, the war machine in Saudi Arabia. Fucking, how about Iran-Contra? Oh yeah. When he found Reagan, orchestrated that whole nightmare in '79 in Iran. Yeah, that's him. Stephen Bechtel. Wow. He's dead.